Stop scrolling. This is the one list you don't want to miss. You've seen handguns jam, choke, and fail when it matters most. But what if I told you there are affordable pistols out there that just don't quit? Guns that laugh at dirt, mud, and even battlefield abuse, and still fire when others are down. This isn't internet hype. These are proven, duty-tested handguns, and today, we're counting down 8 budget pistols that have earned a reputation for running no matter what. Stay with me to the end, because number 1 will surprise you. Let's get started. Number 8. Beretta PX4 Storm. Kicking off the list at number 8, the Beretta PX4 Storm. This pistol doesn't always get the spotlight like Glock or SIG, but don't underestimate it. Chambered in 9x19mm, it also comes in 40 Smith & Wesson and 45 ACP. In 9mm capacity is 17+1 rounds with a flush-fit mag. Barrel length is 4 inches. Overall weight is about 27.7 ounces. What makes it stand out is Beretta's rotating barrel system. Unlike tilting barrels, the PX4 rotates during recoil, which disperses energy and keeps the slide running smoother. That means less felt recoil and more consistent cycling, even in dirty conditions. Police agencies across Europe and South America have run the PX4, and civilian torture tests have put it past 100,000 rounds without failure. That's military-grade reliability in a pistol you can find on the US market today. It's double action and single action with ambidextrous safety, interchangeable back straps, and a full-sized polymer frame. The slide is robust, and the internals are designed to minimize wear even when grit and carbon build up. This gun was literally built to handle rain, mud, and sand, and keep feeding. On price, the PX4 Storm retails around $600 to $650, but police trade-ins and used models can be had for $350 to $400. That's serious value for a gun this durable. And here's your reminder, reliability isn't just about the pistol. Stick with factory magazines, run quality ammo, and keep it lightly maintained, and your PX4 Storm will keep firing long after others fail. Number 7. CZ-P10C. Coming in at number 7, the CZ-P10C. Chambered in 9x19mm, this compact striker-fired pistol packs a 15+1 capacity, a 4.2-inch barrel, and weighs about 26 ounces unloaded. It's built on a polymer frame with aggressive grip texture and interchangeable back straps, making it fit almost any hand right out of the box. The P10C is often compared to the Glock 19, but CZ built it with their own flavor of toughness. It uses a cold hammer-forged barrel, nitride finish on the slide, and steel 3-dot sights. The trigger is crisp, with a short reset that many shooters say beats the Glock out of the box. And when it comes to reliability, this pistol doesn't just compete, it excels. Independent mud and sand tests have buried the P10C in dirt, rinsed it, and run it again with 0 stoppages. CZ developed it with military contracts in mind, so reliability was never optional. This gun is duty-ready and built for hostile environments. As for price, the CZ P10C comes in around $480 to $550 new, and you'll often see them used around $400 to $420. That's a bargain for a pistol that's proven itself in both civilian and law enforcement hands. Why it matters? The P10C brings Glock-level durability with European refinement. It's optics-ready in newer models, has ambidextrous controls, and is backed by CZ's long history of building battle-tough firearms. And just like every gun on this list, its reliability still depends on the basics. Stick with factory mags, good ammo, and clean it when needed. Do that, and your P10C will shrug off the mud like it isn't even there. Number 6. Glock 17. At number 6, no surprise, the Glock 17. Chambered in 9x19mm, standard capacity 17+1, with a 4.49-inch barrel and weight just under 25 ounces unloaded. It's striker-fired, Polymer-framed, with Glock's famous safe-action trigger system, the Glock 17 has built its reputation as the benchmark of reliability. It's the duty pistol for countless police and military agencies around the world, from US law enforcement to armies in Europe, Asia, and beyond. And it's earned that trust because it just doesn't stop. This is the pistol that's been frozen in blocks of ice, buried in sand, dragged through mud pits, and still fired. There are reports of Glock 17s passing 50,000 round endurance tests without a single part replacement. In terms of simplicity, durability, and availability of parts, nothing beats it at this price. You can find brand new Glock 17s for around $550 to $600, and used law enforcement trade-ins often hit the market for $400 to $450. That puts it firmly in the budget-friendly category for a gun that is quite literally carried on the front lines of war and policing every single day. Why it matters. The Glock 17 is a pistol you can drop in the dirt, rinse off, reload, and trust. It's simple, rugged, and backed by a global supply chain of parts and accessories. And just like always, don't forget, factory magazines and decent ammo are what keep Glocks running at that legendary level. Feed it cheap mags or weak reloads, and even a Glock can hiccup, but treat it right and it will keep feeding forever. Number 5. Beretta APX A1. Sliding into number 5. The Beretta APX A1, chambered in 9x19mm with a standard capacity of 17+1, barrel length comes in at 4.25 inches, overall weight about 29 ounces. It's a polymer-framed, striker-fired pistol designed by Beretta to compete directly with Glock and Smith & Wesson. The APX series was Beretta's entry into modern striker pistols, and the A1 takes it further with an optics-ready slide, modular grip frame, and enhanced ergonomics. The front slide serrations are some of the deepest and most aggressive on the market, making manipulation easy even in mud or rain. When Beretta designed the APX, they submitted it for military trials, putting it through NATO standard mud, sand, and drop testing. It survived everything thrown at it. Reports from independent shooters confirm the same. Thousands of rounds, even when dirty, without stoppages. The trigger is crisp, reset short, and the frame texture keeps your grip solid in wet or muddy conditions. Price point? New models come in around $500 to $550, and used ones often dip to $400 or less. For a modern optics-ready pistol with Beretta's name on it, that's a serious deal. Why it matters? The APX A1 gives you modern striker reliability, with Beretta's track record of building sidearms for armies around the globe. It was built for combat reliability, and it shows. Once again, the golden rule applies. Stick with factory mags and decent ammunition, and you'll have a pistol that shrugs off abuse like it was made for war. Because in truth, it was. Number 4. IWI Masada. At number 4, we've got the IWI Masada, Israel Weapon Industries, duty-ready 9mm pistol. Chambered in 9x19mm, capacity 17+1, with a 4.6-inch barrel, and weight just under 23 ounces. Polymer-framed, striker-fired, fully ambidextrous controls. The Masada was designed with Israeli combat doctrine in mind. This is the company behind the Uzi and the Tavor rifle. Weapons built for soldiers who may face mud, sandstorms, and urban grime daily. The Masada carries that DNA. It's optics-ready, with modular fire control that can be swapped or serviced easily, and a low-bore axis that helps reduce recoil. Reliability testing has put the Masada through the same torture trials as NATO pistols, mud baths, drop tests, and extended firing cycles, and it passes with flying colors. End users in Israel and Europe have reported thousands of rounds with no stoppages. The finish resists corrosion, the trigger system stays consistent, and the controls are oversized enough to manipulate even under stress. On price, the Masada sits around $480 to $550 new, with used models occasionally dipping closer to $450. For a combat-born pistol, that's excellent value. Why it matters? The IWI Masada is not just a pistol for range use. It was designed for combat, by people who know combat. It handles mud, dirt, and abuse, and keeps firing. And, as with all on this list, remember, the most reliable pistol in the world still needs good magazines and clean ammo. Feed it right, and the Masada will be as unstoppable as the rifles Israel has fielded for decades. Number 3. SAR-9. At number 3, we have the SAR-9, built by Sarsılmaz in Turkey, chambered in 9x19mm, standard capacity 17+1, with a 4.4-inch barrel and overall weight of about 27 ounces. Striker-fired, polymer-framed, and ergonomically one of the most comfortable pistols in its class. The SAR-9 earned its reputation in Turkey's military trials, where it was put through some of the most brutal reliability testing any pistol sees. Buried in sand, dunked in water, dragged through mud, and fired in freezing conditions, the SAR-9 came out on top, earning a place with both Turkish law enforcement and military units. Shooters in the US often compare it to a hybrid between the Glock and HK-VP9, with a low-bore axis, crisp trigger, and durable internals. The slide finish holds up against sweat and rain, and the overall design is robust enough for true duty use. On the American market, the SAR-9 is one of the best values out there. New models often sell around $450 to $480, and you can find them used closer to $350 to $380. For a pistol with combat-proven credentials, that's a bargain. Why it matters? The SAR-9 may be overlooked by shooters chasing bigger brand names, but in terms of mud, dirt, and reliability, it hangs with the best. Turkish troops trust it, law enforcement carries it, and civilian shooters in the US have racked up thousands of rounds without issue. Again, factory magazines and decent ammo matter. Stick with those, and the SAR-9 will take abuse and keep on running, long after other pistols give out. Number 2. Smith & Wesson M&P9 M2.0. Coming in at number 2, the Smith & Wesson M&P9 M2.0, chambered in 9x19mm, with a standard capacity of 17+1. Barrel length is 4.25 inches, and weight sits at about 24 ounces. Polymer framed, striker fired, optics ready on newer models, with aggressive grip texture and interchangeable backstraps. The M&P series was Smith & Wesson's answer to Glock, and the M2.0 perfected it. Law enforcement agencies across the US, from big city police departments to smaller county units, rely on this pistol every single day, and that's because it performs under stress. Endurance testing has seen the M&P9 M2.0 go tens of thousands of rounds without significant stoppages. Mud and sand tests confirm what police already know. This pistol runs when dirty, keeps firing after being dropped, and maintains its accuracy throughout. The stainless steel chassis inside the frame adds rigidity, keeping the slide and barrel locked solidly even after years of use. Price point: new models average $500 to $550, and law enforcement trade-ins sometimes drop as low as $380 to $400. That puts it well within budget territory for a duty-proven pistol. Why it matters: the M&P9 M2.0 is a balance of affordability, ruggedness, and performance. With a crisp trigger, optics-ready options, and real-world duty history, it's one of the most reliable workhorses on the US market. And once more, factory magazines and clean ammo matter more than anything else. Do that, and your M&P9 M2.0 will give you thousands of trouble-free rounds in the harshest environments. Number 1. Canik TP9 series. And finally, at number 1, the Canik TP9 series, chambered in 9x19mm, capacities range from 15+1 in compact versions up to 18+1 in full-size models. Barrel lengths around 4.5 inches, weight roughly 28 ounces depending on the variant. Canik pistols have exploded in popularity for one reason: they deliver high-end performance at half the price. The TP9 SF, TP9 SA, and TP9 Elite have all been praised for their smooth triggers, durable slides, and rugged polymer frames. But what really sets them apart is how reliable they've proven to be in the real world. These pistols have been adopted by Turkish military and police forces, and they've been put through trials that mirror NATO standards: mud, sand, water, and extreme temperature abuse, and they pass. Civilian shooters in the US have run tens of thousands of rounds through Caniks with minimal issues, earning them a reputation as the budget gun that just won't quit. On the price front, the TP9 series is one of the most affordable on this list. Most models sit around $350 to $400 new, with used options sometimes dipping into the low $300. For a combat-proven, optics-ready striker-fired pistol with one of the best factory triggers in the business, that's incredible value. Why it matters? The Canik TP9 proves you don't need to spend a fortune to get a pistol that survives mud, dirt, and war. It's rugged, it's reliable, and it's priced for the everyday shooter. And the key rule still applies. Feed it factory mags, stick with good ammo, and keep it cleaned, and your Canik will keep running when other guns choke. So here's the real lesson. Every gun we covered can take mud, dirt, and abuse. But the secret isn't just the pistol. Magazines and ammo matter more than internet myths. Factory mags and quality ammo eliminate most stoppages. Keep your gun clean, feed it right, and even a budget pistol will feel unstoppable. That's how you get a gun that never jams. Stay sharp, stay safe, and I'll see you on the range.